Happy New Year, everybody. Tomorrow's new comic book day for this week, so let's check out my top 8 comic picks for this week, January 3rd, 2024. I do have a much bigger video that just came out this weekend. That's all of my picks for January, and I did just add chapters to them if you want to check that out, make it more easy to navigate. But this one is my top 8 kind of picks out of all of it. So, without further ado, let's get started. And kicking things off at number 8, we have Kneel Before Zod number 1 with the origin of the rivalry between Superman and Zod. That's pretty much it, so let's move on to number 7. And we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 41, but it's because of the cover, so it's the Disney 100 What If variant. You know, it's the first Avengers, really iconic cover here. And there is a 1 for 100 black and white variant, so if you've been collecting these, here you go. I don't know if this is the last one or not, but I don't think it would make much sense to have the 100 anniversary in the next year that's not the 100, so I'm assuming this is the last one. But anyway, I'm not going to try to anticipate what Disney does because it's just the worst currently. Anyway, number 6, we have Bootleg Spider-Man. This is the 3rd print, and I just think it's really interesting. It could be something they could get a niche following and be popular in the future. The first printing was limited to 150 copies. This is it's a parody like zine, I guess, so it's like a magazine size. I'm not quite sure. The second print is on black and white, but then this one is, you know, color and all that. So this one might be the one to have, especially the 3rd print. Honestly, I didn't know about the 1st and 2nd prints, so the only way it would backfire is if this one somehow was the most popular or known about, and then everybody went ahead and picked it up. And next we have Miguel O'Hara Spider-Man 2099 number 1. And this one is the first appearance of Marvel Zombie 2099. And this one is the beginning of a whole run of first appearances in this book. So next week there's a first appearance. The week after, like this whole month, there's first appearances all across the whole thing. And one thing I want to point out is that pretty much they all have a 1 for 10 variant, design variant with the new character. And they also have a 1 for 25 connecting variant, so they're all going to connect. So you're going to have all the designs and all the connects. Now it is sort of, you know, the 2099 universe, so it's not the main universe, so we don't know if, or the main timeline rather. So we don't know how much value it's going to really hold long term. But regardless, it would be pretty cool to have all of the 1 for 10 connectings, or 1 for 10 design variants, and all of the connectings, especially with them being ratios. That'd be pretty cool, just in my opinion. Now, this is the only one that's cool. It's the 1 for 100s. It's with the black, it could be really hard to get it in a 9.8, but it's also really cool, and it has the character on there, and I think that just looks awesome. Would have been really cool is if they literally, and I wouldn't have complained. I know people have been like, oh, it's lazy, but I thought it would have been cool if you had all of these with the new character, just replacing it, so it's all the same. Maybe Miguel O'Hara looks like different, or he's like looking a different direction, a different pose, but I think I mean, it would be cool. Just they're all kind of like this, but I don't think they did that going forward. Yeah. So, all right. Next up at number 4, we have Fall of the House of X number 1, and I probably should have put this one lower, below the Miguel O'Hara, but again, that's sort of like a separate universe, so I don't know how well that's going to do, how much people are really going to care about it. I know a lot of people are looking at anything X-Men right now, especially with not knowing from which storylines they're going to pull for the MCU, bringing the X-Men in. And this is the sort of, it says it's the fall of the House of X, so it's like after Hoxpox and leading into all the aftermath of that. And there is, of course, a really nice art germ variant. There's I think it's 1 for 100. Let me see if it says, yeah, oh, it's a 1 for 50 for a version of that. But and if you saw, there is a Rogue, but it's a retailer exclusive. I try to stay away from retailer exclusives unless they're just that awesome. But let's get into number 3, Vengeance of Moon Knight number 1, and this one is it's a new Moon Knight, right? And so it says the next chapter starts here, but he faces the Midnight Mission, so I'm more concerned about how with it being the new Moon Knight and it's the number 1 of that run, because obviously we had that first appearance, I believe it was in Moon Knight number 30 last month, but I want to show you, there's a VEN in the tab and I keep thinking it's going to be a Venom, but no, it's Vengeance of the Moon Knight. So this is the Capuccio design variant. He does actually the Miguel O'Hara 1 for 10 design variants as well, so that's pretty cool. And then there is a really nice 1 for 100 Frank Miller version variant that is, I thought, so nice I put it on my thumbnail. And then there's a crazy 1 for 200 Hidden Gem variant. I don't know if it's an homage to anything. I don't know if it's an homage to an earlier Moon Knight book. It feels like it could be a Conan, or a Savage Sword of Conan even, homage variant, but I'm not sure. I even mentioned that in my all January 2024 video. So, alright, let's just move along to number 2. We're almost done. Get you guys out of here, especially after my long month video. So anyway, Star Wars Darth Vader number 42. So this one is the first appearance of Enric Pride, and he was a veteran of the Imperial Army, and he rose through the First Order's ranks during the reign of Supreme Leader Snoke. So he came up during the sequel trilogy. Not during the sequel trilogy. He came up, like before, obviously before the sequel trilogy. Now, what's kind of confusing me... okay, so never mind. So, he's a veteran. So does that mean... I am so confused. Why is Darth Vader... So... But he's a veteran... during the First Order, during the reign of Snoke. Okay. But why? But Darth Vader's dead before then. So can anyone in the comments provide context to this? I'm gonna have to do more research. Maybe I'll go back and read some of the older books on Marvel Unlimited. But I am so confused about this. Anyway, I just saw that it was the first appearance from Star Wars, so I put it at number 2. And there's also a first appearance coming up later in the month that's a new Sith, which I think is going to be really awesome. And they have a 1 for 25 that's crazy. So anyways, I'm just going to move on. And here, I'll show you this nice Ahsoka cover. Rebels 10th anniversary variant. So if you're into Ahsoka, this might be something you want to check out. But number 1, of course, is Kid Venom Orange's number 1. This wasn't going to be on my list at all, even. However, because it's not a first appearance, so it doesn't really matter. I guess the number 1 of a new character, it could. Kind of like Vengeance of the Moon Knight. But this is the 1 per store variant. This came out recently, and if you can get that, that might be something worth having. But other than that, I'm not touching this book. And I'm not, honestly, not going, I'm not picking up any books this week. There's nothing worth it for me. But if I were, this would be my number one choice. And honestly, it would probably be more than what I want to spend on anything. I probably wouldn't even want to spend as much as I'd have to on this to get it. So I wouldn't get it anyway. So anyways, that's my number one for the week. Kid Venom Origins number one. The surprise variant, 1 per store. Alright everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, if you could please click that thumbs up button, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel to see more great comic book and collectible content like this, and comment down below, let me know what you thought about my video. Help me out with that Darth Vader timeline issue. I have no idea what's going on there. And don't forget I have my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of the video. If you want to support the channel, leave a message. I'll read that message out in the next video. And I really do want to put a road to 1K subscribers out there. We're almost at 2,000 watch hours. And I need to get to 3,000 before I can get monetized. And then that would be really awesome. But anyway, thanks again, especially if you're making it this far in the videos. I really want to give you a special thanks. But again, as always, thanks for checking out this video. I'm going to put a couple other ones. Here's the all of January one, so go ahead and check that out. I did add chapters to it, like I said earlier, so it should be easier to navigate. So you can always, add it to a playlist to come back to later or something like that. And then I'll leave short. I've been playing Fortnite and posting shorts that actually do really well. As far as shorts go, that I thought compared to what I thought they would. So you might find that interesting, so check that out. And thanks again, and until next time, bye.